They said, we only have Monday. It's the only night which is not happening here, which is actually closed. And I said, I take the Monday. And then the rest is history. Ibiza was my first love. When I came here when I was 16 years old, I fell in love with the island and with the spirit, the music, the open air clubs. I was like, boff. So I came every year, I came back to Ibiza in the 80s. I did all the parties in the 80s, especially the opening parties in Amnesia. And then when I had this idea with Cocoon, that I was always very motivated to try new things out, pioneering. And then I came to the point that I said, I want to give something back to Ibiza. And then in the year of 1999, I decided to start my own event series here at Amnesia on a Monday. And I was not thinking about it, it was just, they said, we only have Monday. It's the only night which is not happening here, which is actually closed. And I said, I take the Monday. And then the rest is history. It was a hard work, I have to say, but I didn't care. I said, I'm not going in any competition here on the island with Cocoon because we did something new. We played techno. So, and it was like the beginning. And of course, I invited from the beginning also my best friend Richie. I said, Richie, come on. And Richie like, what, Ibiza? I'm not sure. Ibiza?
I had a completely opposite experience coming to Ibiza the first time in the mid-90s. And I had a terrible party. Everything that could go wrong. I was staying at a promoter's house. It was like dirty bed sheets. It was hot. Nobody picked me up at the airport. Nobody seemed to like what I was playing when I was actually DJing, and I left the island saying, I'm never coming back. And Sven is definitely 100% the one who was really like, yes, you're coming. And from the moment I returned to the island with Sven and Cocoon, it was a completely different experience. There was no techno on the island, and so you'd see Sven and I, whoever wasn't DJing, would be usually on the dance floor or climbing around or doing something. It was exactly what we wanted to be doing. So when all of our gangs come together, usually some kind of explosion is going to happen in the most positive way. Yes.